it's Lego time, guys. I'm just rearranging the giant fucking book into the tome of Lego, the tome of bricks, into its rightful place. Oh my god, everything's just... My desk isn't big enough for this Millennium Falcon. We're building the Lego Star Wars Ultimate Collector's Series Millennium Falcon. It's 75192, I think. I think I've memorized that number now. I should probably look that up. Hold on. Wait, does it not have the number on the book? 75192, I got it right, cool. We are doing that. Let me get the overhead camera in place. We have finally finished bag 1. And we're on bag number 2. Would you believe it? 3 streams it took us. Bag 2. Here's bag 2. Right. Continue on. Thank you. Let's go over to Lego scene. Here we are. Are you appropriately? Yes, you are appropriately aligned. Unfortunately, everything is now so big that it's going to be a right pain in the ass to frame. The book. There you go, that's bag 2. We'll hopefully be going through most of that today because I believe it's just like the 6 legs. According to this book, hold on. Hey there, just a quick reminder. This is a recording of a stream I did on Twitch. If you like this and want more live content, come join the chat and the great community over on Twitch. I stream every week Monday, Friday and Sundays. Or follow me on my socials for any changes or extra streams. Okay, thanks, and here's the video. I could probably build the legs separate and then put them on, couldn't I? So let's get the main body out. We have this here. There we go. You can see there. It's oh god. It's the legs, and there's 6 of them. So I gotta do this 6 times. I wonder if I should do them 6 in parallel or do like 1 at a time. Parallel, because then I don't have to keep flipping back and forth, I think, in the book. That's my plan. It failed because Ofsted didn't like that we didn't have handwritten work. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I remember that as like, I think even on in the IT course or whatever, you know, the computer-based courses, they were like, yeah, you still need to do handwritten stuff. It's like, what the fuck? Why? You've realised computers are the future. It's also why I was like, I don't need to learn how to spell. I don't need to learn I don't need to go to an English class because word processors kind of do it all for you. Oh boy, was I wrong. Hey, but now phones do it all for you and spell for you, so no one can spell. Do you know what? No one knows grammar or can spell because phones are making us dumber. I love handwritten C++ exams. Oh my god, I used to do like Java exams. In university as well, this was. I was like, can you write a simple function that will do X, you know, something simple like take 2 things and do this with it and then find which one's the biggest one or whatever. So it'd only be like, in reality, about maybe 15 lines of code. But handwriting that in the middle of an exam, a handwritten exam, because you always have to do handwritten exams as well as practicals. Which is fine when it's things like, you know, can you explain what polymorphism is and whatnot, and that's kind of okay. Apart from the fact, you know, you can Google fucking everything now. And being a professional developer, I cannot I don't know these things off the top of my head. I would everything I Google, because that is the way. But yeah, I had to handwrite functions that did certain things. I had to do that in the job interview as well. That was a fucking annoying one. Where the hell? I'm missing the pieces now, so I gotta make 2 more of these. So in a job interview once, I had to write some SQL statements that did something like get this or this and this from these 2 tables and whatnot, and combine them and whatnot. So I did something called a left. I think I did a left outer join on them. I can't remember the actual thing, but let's say I did a left outer join on it, and they were like, "Oh, that's not how you do it." I go, "That is definitely how you do it, because this is what I've done for my personal website that I've set up recently." And they're like, "Oh, well, I don't think that'll get the result I want." And then they actually went and tested it, and they went, "Oh, it does come back with the same result. We would have done it this way," which was another valid way of doing it. But that's the thing. It's you know, they were looking for one answer when there was multiple ways of doing it. And because it's handwritten, you can't just test it and find what actually comes out. Anyway, rant over. We got 6 legs to build. Java sounds worse. Yeah, my university course was entirely Java based. We did a bit of C++, we did a bit of lot of graphical stuff as well, but we were mainly Java based. Which at the time, and technically now, Java is one of the most popular languages. Part of that is like historical stuff just continuing on, but Java is a very strict language and long-winded. Would you like me to show you how it does? Because no, I was literally like, because they asked me a question, I was like, "Oh, I've got this." I was like, "Yes, I know I can do this. I'm gonna smash this interview question." And I just went boop 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 do do, and I went, "That's not how it works." I went, "Yeah, no, I literally did it 2 days ago in my website." Literally. Do you want me to bring up my website? Back in the day when I had a website. And they're like, no, that's not right. And that was for a Java software house for well, it's a Java software house, and so I didn't want to work there anyway in the end. I heard very bad things afterwards. Right, I'm gonna go down this for each one. Correcting someone in interviews is a big dick energy. No, but it is. That's the thing, though. Do you correct them, or do you just go, "Oh yeah, sorry, my mistake"? And then you try and explain why you think you are right? Because as an interviewer, I've interviewed people and I've asked them very basic programming questions, or things like, you know, if anyone's a programmer, the whole fizz buzz question, things like that, right? For anyone who's not had that question, it's can you write a sequence? And it can be in pseudocode. It doesn't have to be in actual code. It can just be pseudocode. Just, you know, explain the steps, how you would get it to write. I think it's for every 3. It go through numbers, so it goes 1, 2, and then when hits a 3 or a multiple of 3, it says fizz, and when it's a multiple of 5, it says buzz, and if it's a multiple of both, it says fizz buzz. Very easy. Very easy to do, because it's not testing your knowledge of mathematical stuff as such, because we don't care if you actually get that part right. We don't even care if you get the question right. We just we're watching you process the thing. That's the thing. We're watching you work through the process, and then if you get it wrong, we work with your explanation and we build off that. You know, we talk to you about that, and it doesn't matter if you get it wrong. Personally, as an interviewer, I wouldn't care if you got it wrong or not. What I care about is your process and how you think. But I knew this was right in that interview. I was like, I know I'm right. and I didn't get the job, and that's probably because I argued with the fact it was right. It's like, it is right. I mean, I do care still, but I used to care a lot about being told I was wrong when I was not wrong. I used to hate being told, no, you are not right. And I was like, no, I know I'm right. And I would go out of my way to prove I'm right. Because it's basically being told I'm not right when I know I'm right is the equivalent of someone saying you're lying when I'm not lying, and that's then insulting my integrity. It's like, no, but I'm not lying. $3 billion devices use Java. Yes, yeah, but it doesn't mean it's the best, or even the most popular language. It just means it's used a lot because that's all there was at the time, and then you tend to upgrade in the same path rather than change language to something new. Getting it right helps. Yes, getting it right helps, but it's more about the process. I'll get my echoes right. You accuse me of doing something I didn't, or tell me I'm wrong when I know I'm right. Yeah, that. Now, I've learned as an adult to stop and calmly explain why I think that way. You know, why do I think I'm right? Whether I am or not, in my brain, I am, and this is why I think that. You know, and I'm happy to discuss why you think I'm not, or why you think I did something. Difference is the patience. I still don't like that I've been told I'm a liar. What were we talking about? What were we talking about? How do we get onto interviews? Film Source, hello! I am building the Lego Star Wars Ultimate Collector Series Millennium Falcon. Apologies, the book is so massive I need to hold it with two hands. We are on bag 2. This is the 4th stream of it. We're doing roughly half a bag at a time, but maybe we'll be able to get through one whole bag this time. Here is the actual... Here it is. It's fucking massive. I think next stream I'm going to have to start building this on the floor, right? I'm going to have to start building this on the floor. So we're currently building the legs, the feet, by the looks of it. That's a big build, yep. Mm-hmm. Right, that's 2 of those done. It's going to take us, I think, a few streams. I'm going to say at least 10. Because we're every Sunday we make coffee. So behind me I have coffee machines and whatnot and stuff like that. And I talk about coffee and the process of coffee making and, you know, things like that, science behind it. And then we do something chill. And currently my thinking is Lego building. Nice and chill. And then we have a chat, don't we? Don't we, guys? I hope we have a nice chat. Although we were just talking about interview failures. Honestly, calculated and thought out seems like it would make so many things easier, but hot-headed is funny. Look, I try to be... It's logical, that's the thing. My brain tries to be logical in those situations. I learned to explain things from my feelings. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You explain it from your point of view so that they understand, because they don't know your point of view. And I don't know if it's It probably is a neurodivergent sort of thing. You just think everyone should understand your point of view because you don't understand theirs as such. Or you may understand theirs, you just don't understand why. I can understand why people think certain things, but I can understand that they do, but why they think that when the evidence is obvious in my brain. There you go, that's probably the best way of putting it, isn't it? More than 10, we saying? More than 10 streams? Oh, fair enough, fair enough. Could do. Maybe if we hit 10 streams, I'll have to do a 24-hour stream just to finish the build. Could you imagine? Can't wait for it to be finished. I can't wait either. It's going to go... Hold on, let me go back to... It's going to go on that top shelf up there. And I've already got... You can see the X-Wing there. And I've got Slave 1 there. And Obi-Wan Starfighter just behind it. And they're all going to be arranged in like a scene of some sort up there. I might get the new X-Wing. That's like the kids one. I might get the new X-Wing. The other Ultimate Collector series, because that'll be more to scale. But I'll just make it look like one's in the background because it's smaller. It'll be fine. That's my plan anyway. I know you can get like 3D printed wall mounts for things. Okay, but look at it this way. Logically, hard-headed, yes. Yes. Neurodivergent people have a very strong sense of justice. I think it's just a very strong sense of, here's the logical truth. Why don't you believe it? You're on 7 streams now for the... Oh yeah, you're doing the... oh god, Rivendell set, aren't you? Is that 7 streams already? Wow. You must be close to the end of that. And I'm struggling to find the piece I need. It's one right there. It's making me wonder how long one of my friends took to build the Saturn V. How big is it? Because that's tall, wasn't it? It's tall, but I don't know how many pieces are in that. I don't think it's as many pieces as this. $40 out of 49 bags. Ooh, so close. Sad Radish, hello. We're building the Lego Star Wars Ultimate Collector Series Millennium Falcon 75192. It's massive. Hold on. That is the skeleton of it. We're currently building the legs. I'll hold up on this camera as well. It's absolutely massive. And here's the book, which is just... I mean, look how thick that is. It's insane. We're on page 77 of 460-ish. We're on step 132-ish of 1,300 odd. I don't even know how many there were. And we're on stream 4. Bag 2. We're on the second bag now. Of, I think, 17 bags. I think it was either 15 or 17 bags. It's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. Ooh. I'm enjoying it. It's good. Good fun. Is this the last? No, it's not the last one. So we're building 6, like, feet right now. yesterday was Roof Tile Hell again, was it? Oh, you have to do all the roof tiles. Yeah, that Rivendell set, it looks gorgeous, and they put a lot of effort into it. But there's a lot of like fiddly little bits, isn't there? I've lost the piece. Where are you? Oh, here we go. Let's play that game again. It's Paul hunts for a piece of Lego that probably isn't here. Or, other scenario, is right underneath his nose. There it is. Okay. Oh, I didn't put the orange, the brown ones on here.
Wow!
That's my fault. Thank you for the follows. Welcome on in. Every Sunday, apart from next week because I'm away. Apologies for that. Every Sunday we do Lego building, but we also do coffee mornings. So I make coffee. We have a nice chat. I know a lot about coffee. Well, people say I know a lot about coffee. I have a espresso machine right there and various other coffee making devices right here in my office. Cheers. I'm a coffee connoisseur, but I like to educate. I'm not a snob. As proven today, we are also drinking some weird flavoured instant coffee. It's not very nice. But I guess I'll drink it. It gets worse the colder it gets, actually, guys. Irish cream instant coffee from Beanies. Yes, not the best. Do not recommend. It's the big boy. Yeah, it's the big boy. Godspeed. You know you're in for a good time when the manual is a whole. I mean, like, because for the Rivendell set, B, you'll be able to say how many, but haven't they broken it down into like 4 books or something like that? There's like different, but they clearly didn't do this. I know this is many years old compared to that, but holy hell. It's gonna be, like I say, we're gonna go for at least 10 streams. We're on stream 4 now. I think it's actually probably gonna be, as you say, nearer maybe 16 streams in the end. Because we're not quite doing, because we're on bag 2, so bag 1 took us 3 streams. Because we're only doing about an hour and a half at a time. I am missing 2 very crucial pieces. Why do they all look the same? Here we are. There's one. Can they not use some other colours? Oh god, I'm looking for a 1 square now. This is going to take forever. This is actually going to take forever. I'm so sorry. Wait, I might have to go into the tub of spares to see if there's one in there. We can do that. Tub of spares. You got one in here? There is. So this was I bought this off a my partner's cousin who built it during the pandemic. And then just didn't have space for it. So they actually went back through the book and dismantled it in order and put it into the bags in order. So I bought it off them for a discount, and it was, great deal. And I was like, hell yes, I'm definitely buying it off you. But obviously, certain things, there are always spares, so he's put them in a tub and things like that. Right. That's that stage done, and now I need to do this stage. Let's stop, take a drink of coffee. It's a very fancy looking cup. It's an Ember cup. it keeps it warm. It's got a little battery in the bottom, a little charge station. It keeps it warm, and it has an app that you can set the temperature on. Very nice. 3 different books. Okay. Looks stunning on live, I believe. The roof tile, yeah, they're all individual roof tiles, which is just insane. And also, because they would be, are they single stud attachments, so they can rotate, which is the worst part, because you can see like these rotate, which is just so aligning them would be annoying. They did what? Do you know what did I say? Oh yeah, they dismantled it in order. Yeah. They were very kind with that. With the great commitment, and they put it back in. Like I've got the original box, and they put it back in the drawers because it comes with drawers and stuff. And they labeled each bag. So yeah, this is bag 2. And if I ever dismantle it, I'll do the same. But yeah, they went through backwards, which would have taken ages as well, because it took them apparently weeks to build. There was a bloody expensive. Yes, my viewers kindly gifted one. Thank you very much. I love it. It's great. In fact, I need a top up. So what I'll do now is, I don't know if I can show it. It's got a little light on the front, and it'll start heating back up to my desired temperature, which is about, oh god, what is my temperature? 55 degrees, which is optimum for, around 50 to 60 is optimum for drinking coffee because the flavors come out better. Your tongue tastes flavors better around 60 degrees than it does at like boiling temperature. Right, we've got 6 of these. What are we doing with them? We are building a contraption, which is that, and this square with the pegs, and another one of those. That's quite easy. And then that's being put on here, around here. Okay, we can do that. Cool. Oh, and then we've got two of these crank attachment ones. I call them a crank thing because they got the notches. And they go in here and in here. I know every Lego brick has a name, but I like making up the names. They all have boring names, like a 4-stud 2x2 flat. Something like that, don't they? Lego should embrace silly names. That's so sweet. It was really sweet, yes. I got gifted quite a few things, and I was very shocked. All you need to do is realign the sanity they took out of you. After all the roof tiles, yes. I do not have any sanity to spare. Unfortunately, work takes that out of me. Especially recently, I had to copy data from one platform to another. This is very boring stuff, but I'm going to say it anyway. So literally copying it from two identical places, so one to the other, and there was supposed to be 6,000 things to copy and paste manually. I managed to, luckily, write a database script to do about 90% of the work, but there was still about 600 things to manually copy over. Which I then just exported into a spreadsheet and gave it to someone else to do, because I did it for a day. I started going through it, and after 6 hours of it, I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. Someone else can do it. Like, this is no longer my job. Someone else can do it. I was being kind and doing it for them, and then I realised the scale of the job. And then I went on holiday, and by the time I got back, they had finished, and they were like, yeah, that was horrible. Mm-hmm. Good times. I have a very bad habit in work of doing something just because, yeah, no, it's easier if I do it. Or, you know, I don't mind doing that sort of thing. And then it being a lot more of a pain than I thought. In this instance, I gave up. Where? Oh god, I'm missing this piece now. Final piece, where are you? There it is. I have sanity to spare, literally one of my friends needs some. Yes, be very good at that. Yes, be very much a magical creature. I agree with that sentiment. Right, we need to flip the page, which is a task in itself. Oh. Oh. Oh, there we go. No, yes, no. Trying not to bend any of the pages. Okay, right. Each of those. We now need to get all these, oh great, angled things. Let's stick them on. Good stuff. I could borrow some of your sanity right now. I'm okay. I'm fine. I like being insane. It's fun, it's more entertaining. Why would you want to be normal? Insane. Must be a very dull life. No voices in your head. Is it borrowed if it can't be returned? No, friends should return the favour. When they can. I'm putting the right pieces on here, aren't I? Yeah. Good. As long as it doesn't come out as a detriment to yourself. There we go. 2 down. I've realised I've just done that first step and I haven't done the rest of the steps here. Come on, Paul. 1 row at a time. Oh, I need the big round thing. Cool. Oh, are you going to be spinning? No, you need to be locked in. Okay. And you're on top. There we are. Go in there. Big round one goes there. haven't put these on yet. Oh. These are a little bit fiddly. I thought it was I can help my friends and it takes little to no energy from me. Yeah, and that's nice as long as it doesn't exhaust you. He's like, I'm always there for my friends as long as I'm okay myself. Best way of putting it, you know, as long as I'm okay, I'm very happy to help friends. Don't expect it, because people have their own things, but I don't rely on it either. Because again, people have their own things and they need to look after themselves first. Shouldn't be depending on someone. But it's nice when they do. It's for them to give, not you to take. Yeah. Yeah, if you say, hey, I don't have the energy right now, or if you just don't reply, that's fair enough. Oh, I found the piece that we borrowed. I can go back in there. What's everyone up to today, anyway? Tell me, what are you doing in your lives? After this, I might go do some gardening. Get outside. If the weather's still nice. Like I say, it was supposed to be raining today. But actually turned out quite nice. I was fully expected not to go in the garden today. Or yesterday, but it turned out quite nice. I bought a heat gun thing because we have a problem with a lot of weeds. They grow fast, and I'm always fighting a battle. So while we were away last week, I literally sprayed everywhere that we didn't want weeds to grow with some really heavy-duty weed killer. Got rid of a lot of them, but some of them have persisted. So I bought like this heat gun thing, which I need a heat gun for like crafting stuff as well. It's always handy to have a heat gun around, but it also acts as a weed killer. It's very useful. So I was playing about with that yesterday. Burn the weeds. If they can't be chemically killed, they will be physically burned. And also, it's very directional, so I don't kill anything we want to keep. Which is good. Where I'm missing the last piece again. There it is. Need to tidy your parents' return. When are they coming back? Has it been like 2 weeks already? Can't remember how long they were away for. Captions were converting heat gun to vegan is a good chuckle. I'm not going to comment on vegans and possibly burning them. Let's not do that. Right, we've done that column there. We are on these instructions, so I need. Oh god, what the hell is that? One of these. One of these ones. You go that way. Then we got single ones pointing the opposite direction. Oh, interesting. And then that snaps into the ratchets. There we go. God, these are always kind of awkward. There we are. And it looks like it's at a flat angle, so we'll put it flat. And then we need these and those snap together. They go on here, and another one of those goes on the other end. And they look like they're all straight right now. Yeah. Nope. And then we fold it all in, so that folds up, and that folds down. Oh yeah, because that'll be like foot. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. 1. We have a heat gun, and that keeps referring it to us as a hairdryer. I mean, it is technically, it's very good at hair drying. It can be dry in seconds. They're arriving today, a whole week early. Oh my god! Did they even give you a warning? Was there any warning in that? That really sucks if they didn't warn you. I mean, to be fair, if they didn't warn you, you can just say, "Fuck, you didn't warn me, so I didn't tidy." You know, it's your own fault. They're the ones that decided to come home early. Because I assume you haven't left it completely untidy. It's just they would want it spotless. Because they're ridiculously... what's the word I'm looking for? Their expectations are too high. It's always handy to have a vegan around, is it? Suppose you could trip them up if a lion's chasing you. I joke, I don't actually care if anyone's vegan. I care if they start trying to push it on me, because I've actively said, yes, they are correct, they are right, vegans are correct. Meat eaters do impact the environment quite a lot, I agree. However, I like bacon. And I know I'm wrong for it. And I know I'm killing animals, innocent animals, and I know that that is having a significant impact on the environment. However, my argument to that is, I'm child-free, I won't have kids, you people with kids are even worse for the environment. Come back when you have no kids. There you go. Scientifically proven that a human, as a child and growing up and all that stuff, is worse for the environment than I could ever do. Let's not get into this discussion anyway. They did give you a warning. Okay, they also wear the ridiculous amount of flies. My friend isn't vegan, but doesn't know how to do some vegan cooking. I mean, I like vegan stuff, you know, some of it's really nice and tasty. I don't understand when they try and say, hey, this is vegan chicken. No, it's not chicken. Just don't call it that. There's no need for you to call it that. You're tricking people, if anything. You're trying to like trick people. You shouldn't need to do that. Just call it what it is, you know, it's perfectly fine. I'm also aware that if we switch to an insect diet, we would be much better off, and we'd be able to feed all the hungry people. And I'm not going to do that unless it becomes highly available in the food chain in a way that, you know, it doesn't really, you know, like you can still get a burger, but it turns out it's made out of insects instead, or grown or whatever. I'm fully open to that. I'm missing a piece. There it is. I also know that cutting out meat from my diet would be bad for me. Yeah, there is the whole nutritional aspect as well. I just fully admit, yeah, I'm wrong, but I'm going to continue being wrong because I'm right in other ways. You know, I'm helping the environment in my way. Animal cruelty part. I mean, yeah, I like animals a lot. Very much so. But us humans are omnivores. Nope, that's not how you do that. Cool, we have these feet things now. That's akin to China pollutes more, so why should I bother argument. I know that, Tricks, I know. I mean, yes, why should we bother, even like individually, why should we bother recycling? I mean, I do my part, but it has very little impact. I know it has very little impact because China and various other Asian countries are far worse at polluting than any of us. But I still bother. But I think I'm allowed to have one thing, which is eating meat. With all the other things we do, you know, we try to save energy, which we don't pollute. We, you know, I can't tell you what my job is, but my job is actively, you know, environmentally connected. I do a lot of stuff. I think I'm allowed to eat meat. Right, I've got a long piece here, and I've got, this one. That goes on the bottom, does it? Okay. Okay, I just need to make 6 of those, okay? Cool. Did I ever tell you what I settled on studying? No. Have you changed your mind? Right, that's the last piece here. There we are. Flip page. So we're not doing anything with them at the moment. Cool. We've got a weird contraption here. Which is one of those, two of these. And another one of those. And then that goes on here, so, and there, so, like that. Yes. Psychology! Ooh, that's interesting. I actually have quite a few friends who did psychology at university. Like, quite a few. Some of them don't really do much with psychology these days. Some of them, I mean, one of them's a doctor. One got a PhD. Based on that. Are these meant to be pressed in? There we are. One person sort of works in, like, I guess, social services and care. Another one works in care as well, actually. So, you know, it can help with that. You think you can make a really good therapist? Fair enough. That's a lot of training, I think, isn't it? A lot of training, because you the thing with psychology is you can do like the base degree, but it's kind of useless. You have to specialize. You have to then specialize into something. And it's the same with a lot of university courses these days. Is, you know, the base degree, the actual undergraduate to graduate degree, not really as useful as if then you go on to do a master's or a doctorate or something that's very specific. And that was kind of my problem. I was going to do a PhD, and then I was like, but I don't know what I want my specific subject to be, because I like most things. I don't want to be, and this is just my brain, I don't want to just be on one subject. Be a subject expert in that. It's why in work I basically jump around projects, because my brain doesn't like being stuck on one thing at a time. It's very interesting. The psychology stuff is actually kind of interesting. I've since, I mean, we used to knock it back in university because there were so many psychology students, and then a lot of them never used their degree. So it used to be a little bit of a joke, you know. It's not real science sort of thing. But since it's actually kind of in, don't know if this is because of the way my brain now works. It's interesting to see and understand certain things from that point of view. Right, we now have these things. Hope that makes sense. Okay, we are now looking for these go on there, and then the little ones go on there. Cool. And then we've got, are you grey? You are grey. Got that. Oh god, don't fall on the floor. Okay, so then that goes in there. I'm guessing it should align with the bottom. Yep, looks about right. I'm always interested in psychology and helping people want to know what makes people tick. I mean, yeah, because I've that's kind of the thing. Is like, since learning about my own brain and how my brain works and how neurodivergent people think compared to normies. You know how there's clearly a difference in how people think. That's been quite interesting. I have learned a fair bit about it. Oh god, so fiddly. Keep dropping them. Two more. Leaning over this desk is starting to hurt. Oh. Yeah, I think when we come back in 2 weeks' time, it may have to be a floor stream. Should be fairly easy to set up. Right, is that all of them done? I think so. So now we're on this bit, which is we're grabbing one of those. One of the grey connectors, one of the yellows, sliding on the light grey thing, and then one of these. And that, and going into yellow down into there. Perfect. And then that appears to be just going on top of here, but let me just get it right. So that one, yeah, that way around. There you go. We have a foot. Now we just need 6 more. That round. There we go. Get you, get you. This is the end of the bag by the looks of it. Wow. Made some good progress today. Yeah, I suppose it comes down to me wanting to help people, yeah. It's a very good cause. As long as it doesn't affect you. As long as you can handle that. Because it will take a toll on you. Having to deal with other people's problems. And as we were just saying, look after yourself first. Okay. The feet. The feet are done. And what a feat it was. There we are. 6 identical Millennium Falcon feet. Ooh, now we've got to put them on the thing. Oh, this is going to be the fun part. Right, you get over there. Let's move these here. Here it comes. Oh. Christ. So big. They go in these things, do they? Pointing that way. Gotcha. They don't really sit very sturdily. There I go. And there, one here. Oh, these are quite close together, these ones. Interesting. Didn't realise they were that close together in the model. There we go. 6 feet in place. Oh god, I almost broke one. Right, now we need to flip over. Hope they don't fall out. Don't fall out. Don't fall out. Don't fall out. There we go. It's now standing by itself. That's definitely sturdy. Yep. We have one last thing to build. It is... We start with one of these. Put 2 of these in. We're then putting what? That goes there. With this here. Step 151. There. There. Don't even know what this is. Oh no, sorry, no, that's upside down. Oh, it needs to be upside down. I got 2 of these, so if that's that one, need to go there. And here. Okay. Weird contraption this is. So then this is, where the hell is that clamping onto? The 2 blue things here, okay. Like so? Yep, 2 blue things there. I assume this is is that clamping down? No, it's not clamping down. What is this? What is this nonsense? But that goes on the other side. Clamping that in there, that in there, that in there. So, okay. Do you have any explanation of what this is? No? Because it can do this. It can go like that. Wait, is that the gunner? It might be the gunner position, I don't know. And then we're on bag 3, guys. Oh, yes. Bag 3. Right. How big is bag 3? How many pages will bag 3 take? I think it's going to be a big one. I'm going to start doing the interior by the looks of it. quite a few pages. I think we're going to leave that to next time. Because, yeah, bag 3's quite a chunky one. Quite a lot going on in it, and we're going to start doing the interior by the looks of it on this sort of side. So I think that is next time. We probably can still do it on the desk then, if it's going to just be interior stuff here. Then it might be okay. Wow! Thank you for the follow, Divineverse. Devinverse? I gotta say Divine. Thank you for the follow. We'll be back in 2 weeks, so I'm off next week. We'll be back in 2 weeks' time, so week on Sunday. Every Sunday we're doing coffee and Lego. So, talking coffee, we'll be doing Lego. We'll move on to bag 3. Other than that, I'm back tomorrow night, Monday. So we do Mondays and Fridays. Monday's game is going to be one of 2 things in my head. I have not decided. It is a surprise. I'm obviously not here Friday because I'm away. And then a week tomorrow, I'll be back. Yeah, I'll be back. Week tomorrow, I'll be back.